At the Hideaway Farm, Johnny Cash's Hideaway Farm. His accountant had made 4 farm purchases without Johnny Cash knowing. A bit of skullduggery going on, but Johnny Cash, when he saw Hideaway Farm, decided to keep it for 30 years, well, up until his death. This chair was in front of the window in the living room. This chair, Johnny Cash's chair, and there's his telephone there. And he says alongside there that he used to keep the phone off the hook unless he wanted to call somebody. And his brother Tommy came to visit once, and Johnny Cash was on the phone, and he said to the person on the other phone, "I'm gonna have to go. My brother Tommy's here." And Tommy asked who it was. After he put the phone down, he said, "Oh, that was just President Carter. We speak to each other, give each other advice." So this, I'm guessing this would have been the living room. And it says Johnny'd like to sit by the window in his recliner, eating peanuts, and family friend tells him to come in and seen all the peanut shells all over the floor. This video of him on the farm, that's what that is then. Piano and carpet from the current owner, but the mirror has been here since Johnny's time. The mirror over there. There's also smoked up ceiling, not too bad, yeah. But you'd light the fire without opening the dampers, and the house would fill with smoke. He said he had to open all the windows and doors and go and sit in his car and put the heater on to warm up while the house cleared. Bullet holes in the ceiling. His daughter Cindy Cash says her and her father had competitions with a .22 rifle to see who could shoot in a straight line. I Walk the Line album, a gold record. It's a relatively small house, but got a living room here. Back room there, I think could have been the kitchen, so we'll find out when we go around. But there is a downstairs sort of basement level which you can't go down, and upstairs where the bedrooms are, which you also can't go up to. Well, there's a watch ahead sign at the top, so maybe it's just you can't go up there at this time. This is the second living room, another one of the fires that Johnny Cash didn't open the dampers for the chimney for. And damaged the ceilings.
Cindy Cash, who's Johnny's third daughter, has loaned the museum these bottles. She and her father would roam the fields looking for any discarded bottles left over from the Civil War. So these are like 200 years old. It's amazing. Cool. I know.
So Johnny in June gave the silver service to Trisha Yearwood for a wedding to Robert Reynolds, a bass player for the Mavericks. Divorced in 1989. Johnny Cash Manuel jacket and a June Carter Cash performance dress.
And so after he sat through about 7 or 8 books, he just set them all down, and he said, "Let's go on the top."
Johnny Cash lying on the floor, I assume in this house.
I'll eat it, and that's what I realized he was saying goodbye.
This was actually the kitchen at the time Johnny Cash lived here. Kept the one as the living room in there, across the hallway, and kept this as the kitchen. This room's a quilting sewing room and bedroom during the Weems ownership. The quilt was made in this room. The Weems lived here for generations. It was after they opened Bon Aqua Springs as a resort. A gift from Johnny's sister to him of the statue of Moses from the Promised Land. Says there was a snake in the statue's hand here, but Johnny hated snakes and cut off the hand. Rhonda, Johnny's niece, said that he was really afraid of snakes. There's nothing wrong with that. One day a green snake got into the kitchen at the Hendersonville house. So John walked on the table and cabinets until he could call the fire department to come get the snake. Yeah, that'd be me as well. So the pheasants from the Hendersonville house. So there's a couple of things from that house there. There was Mother Maybelle. Costume's mother from the original Carter family, the 1920s Carter family. And Johnny Cash's parents. This is the kitchen, but obviously modern day after Johnny Cash moved out. 72 they moved in, yeah. Sold the other properties, but this one I had to keep. For me in 72 it was love at first sight. So at the back of the house is a bedroom. This room represents the room as it was during Johnny Cash's ownership of the house. Many things were here when he was here, from the paint to the carpet to the patched walls. The dresser is original and was located in the spot. And the toys were found in drawers in the house, and the sneakers and slippers are Johnny's and found in drawers in the farmhouse. All the tables are originals and were located in the spots. The TV is not original. It was 1970s TV. Looks like a little spaceman. Looks like a little spaceman there, but that's not one of Johnny Cash's. And the bed is similar to Johnny Cash's. His daughter found it and thought it was her father's bed until all the new owners realised it was too small for Johnny Cash. And the curtains are original, and Johnny Cash always liked them open so he could look out onto the fields. It says it's one of the longest running feuds for Johnny and June. She liked the curtains down, framing the window, and he liked them open. He would hang them like that in the morning, and she'd drop them then when she walked past. He would lift them when he walked past, and so on and so on. And it says, in honour of Johnny, we let him win. Farm clothes, work clothes, June and John. Yeah, so John liked to look out the window in the mornings, out on the fields. But it's probably this one they mean is the original dresser. All of the items on here belong to Johnny Cash and were found in the Hideaway Farm. On the toys it says were found in the drawers. I like the way chicks, because they've spelt it wrong, it's underlined on the on the grammar check, and it's left on the map there, Chick Scoop. Yeah, so that's the vineyard of Johnny Cash. He brought grape seedlings from California. It's got the barn and main stage, so I'm guessing they do concerts out here as well. Car shed it says, but they've crossed out cars, so it's just shed now. Can you go up the steps there, can you? Look, it doesn't say no entries. Yeah, it does. It's very church-like, but
It's got some lovely stained glass, beautiful. Love stained glass. Oh, there's a book.
yeah. Oh, they got old carriages. Old carriages in here. Oh, what's this? For the least of these, for the poor and beaten down, for the hungry and the hopeless, for the sick and the lonely, and all who have never heard Jesus' message of love may we never forget.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice, isn't it? There's a few of them here. Oh, there verses from the Bible.
Coal
Miners Memorial. Old car, what are they called? Traps, are they? Would these be called traps? Oh, it's a sled, that is, look.
Oh, it is too.
These are Johnny Cash's fields. Said in there he just loved to go out and just wander the land. It's got more seating over here, and they've got a mini stagecoach. It's got a timeline of the story of Music Row up there in Nashville. So that's really the start in 1955, Owen Bradley, when he took over one of those homes and turned the cellar into a recording studio. Of course, he added on the Quonset hut on the back then. And then Chet Atkins and RCA Records opened the RCA Studio, which became RCA Studio B, where Elvis recorded so many hits and Everly Brothers. And Country Music Hall of Fame was built on a park. So that was Storytellers Museum and Hideaway Farm. So they're just a mile apart, so it's $25 to see the two. The Storytellers is a mile up the road there. Self-guided tour, so you're just free to roam the grounds as much as you like. Well worth a visit, glad we came. Bon Aqua, Tennessee, it's not the easiest place to find in the world, but it's about 20 minutes north of Franklin. But it's well worth your time if you can get out here. So we're in Hendersonville.
Oh, hello.
Brief stop off, just go to see Johnny and June Cash gravesite, which is just up by here.
I didn't see that one coming.
And they died so close together. And there's the famous Cash Carter. I walked the line in Wildwood Flower, the Carter family song, Wildwood Flower. Here's Merle Kilgore here. Merle Kilgore, of course, wrote Ring of Fire. Ezra Carter, Mother Maybelle Carter. And Anita Carter, which is June's sister. I don't think it's intentional, but that
the shadowy bit.
The shadow to the right of your head, it looks like a guitar lying on its side, half a guitar.
Oh yeah, it does too. Someone's put a guitar pick on John's. Look there. I just saw that.